Good afternoon. It's January the 18th, Monday, back in the Reading Nook with another parcel to open. Today is cloudy and slightly chilly, not too bad. Fortunately, you won't be surprised to know that I have a cup of tea. But let's get to the parcel itself. Here we go. Quite a thick one, and this is from Lightning Source, so it's going to be drive-through RPG. I can tell by the glue they use on the packaging, so my fingers are through there quite firmly. There we go. And I have 2 books. So let's look. Okay. So the first one is the Scarred Lands Creatures Collection. This is from Onyx Path Publishing. Monsters. From the horrible rat dragon to the hideous skullworm, creatures frightening and wondrous are found throughout Scarred Lands. Discover your favourites anew in this hand-picked selection of adversaries from the storied history, the Creature Collection and the Scarred Lands. The Creature Collection 5th edition, so this is 5e, so this is for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Presents more than 175 creatures from the Scarred Lands setting, each painstakingly updated to work perfectly with the 5th edition rules, each illustrated in full colour. The Creature Collection 5th edition features a host of tools to help you find the perfect monster for the encounter you're building. Also included are an appendices of battle maps, encounter seeds, and a challenge rating index. While the monsters herein are taken from the various Scarred Lands supplements released down the years, they can easily enhance any setting or campaign. So essentially, really quite a nice cover on the front, and basically different on the back there. So let's have a look inside. So not every creature is illustrated. So where are we? So just opening up. So what we've got is Darkwound there. There's no illustration of that, but there is on over here illustration of a blade demon. Okay, so that's the general layout. You've got the stat blocks and sort of like the flavour text around, and plus the illustration. Some monsters going through. We have things Blight Wolf, Blood Maiden. Oh, that's really quite a nice piece. There we go. That's horrible. That's really quite frightening, and I really like that. Just looking at that. So Scarred Lands is not a setting I know particularly well, I admit. But I've sort of vaguely looked at it, but not in depth because there's so much to look at, available. What's interesting here is that you've got a page edge symbol description. So here we go. So you can see challenge rating, and then you've got essentially a creature type, and so on, and a list down there of terrain types. So that's quite useful. That's really that's nice to do. So basically, once you get to DM, you can just look at it and go, okay, where does this fit in? It means sort of like remembering what this terrain types and challenge ratings and so on creature types mean, but it does mean essentially that you can classify them quite quickly, and that's in addition to just looking at the page. So on the first page, obviously you've got Acid Shambler, you've got the Undead, and then you've got the different types of terrain down the side there. So yeah, the artwork is fantastic, and this is really fantastic. So Asafi and Redeemed. There, that's a nice piece. I mean, evocative of serpent men. You have those in your campaign, and there are various campaigns that do. And you've got these are again such a range of creatures: Blood Moth, Blood Reaper. Just keep showing you this, and so on. So what's interesting, it basically, books with lists in them, I'm going to say, are not always the easiest of books to review. So that primarily that's bestiaries, and also spell books, lists of spells and treasure. Because essentially you're really just going, okay, what's in this book, how is it organised, and then you're picking out what you like. And again, that's subjective as well as your opinions on it. And I mean, over the years I've reviewed quite a large number of bestiaries, and you know, they can be not always the most interesting things to read. Some of the best really kind of tend to focus on a setting. So I'm thinking of something like it's basically the Monsternomicon, which appeared for Privateer Press's setting, which I really like. And another good one, of course, is I'm looking forward to the monster for the Call of Cthulhu supplement coming out. The 2-volume one is going to be really good. But the better monster settings tend to focus on a setting and putting the monsters in a setting rather than just having a random list of settings. And that's really the random list of monsters. Essentially, is a kind of a holdover from the D20 system glut of the noughties, where you know, oh, let's bring out another book of monsters, and there'll be interesting monsters in there. But again, it's just a list of monsters, you know. Yeah. Lots of blood things in here, I have to say. So, you know, what have we got? In the space of a few pages, Blood Maiden, which I've already shown you, Blood Moth, Blood Reaper, Blood Sea Jellyfish, there we go, Blood Sea Mutant, Blood Zombie, and again, that's going to really be, if you're playing a pirate campaign, yeah, you're going to want that. So is that, yeah, that's Bloodman, Bloodmare, again, so Bloodmare, Bloodman, yeah, it's quite a lot of, oh, finally we go on to the Bone Lord. So let's just be so you've actually got a region in the setting called the Blood Bayou I'm looking at, so obviously they could fit in there. And again, Carnival Crew, Blood Bone Bosun. Again, that's, you know, if you're running an aquatic D&D campaign of any kind, that's a nice monster to include in that. I'm just looking at that. So, 175 monsters, and then demons, flail beasts. I mean, so many different creatures in here. Oh, this is really like this hive golem. Essentially, a golem formed of a swarm of busy, angry insects. There's the illustration there. And there's a lot. I'm just thinking there's some interesting monsters here that you know, in their own setting is going to be, you know, make sense, but you can easily pull out and put into your own setting. And there's a lot of inventiveness here when it comes to the monsters on show. So let's get down to the end. Because essentially they do have the appendices in the back. Right, I've just looked at this. Sage Camel. This is just, you know, you're going to go, ooh, what's a Sage Camel? An intelligent camel. And I was just thinking, that looks interesting. You know, you'd imagine sort of like, that's going to be great in a campaign. You have that as a mount. You know, and companion. Right, appendices. Here we go. Right down to the end. Sorry, lots of monsters, 175 of them. And then, right at the very end, we've got maps and encounters. So, Rats in the Night, just one page, and then the map. Really nice map, bit of artwork, illustration, the encounter, and then we go on to the Miller's Child. Again, nice little map which you could pull out and use elsewhere, but obviously use it as written. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those. Obviously, you've got the index, and yeah, okay. So, what else have we got in here? Generally quite impressed by that. That is then the Scarred Lands Creature Collection 5th edition. I'll review that in due course quite soon. But this has been another unboxing in the Nook. Thank you for watching. If you've liked it, please click the like button, and if you want to see more of these videos, please do subscribe. I will be posting more just about daily as I go, and if you've got any feedback or comments, please feel free to add something at the bottom. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.